And so I was doing some reading recently on private equity and the use of data within private equity. And I came up with some stats that I was quite surprised about. I just wanted to discuss on today's show. And so I have them written down here, just so I make sure I get them right. But 79% of partners reported significantly improved deal selection after implementing predictive analytics. So, these days there is an awful lot going on in terms of how you extract data, how you get access to the data that you want to be able to do with it, that you want to be able to process, but then also what you do with it. And having an analytics platform, being able to offer up guidance and support when it comes to decision making, of course, these days is becoming more and more prevalent. It doesn't have to be LLMs, there's a bunch of different ways to be able to do it. But that predictive nature of figuring out how to structure a deal, how to implement the deal as you go through the process, if you can leverage the predictive nature of analytics and the data that underpins it, then you're clearly going to come out with a better solution, a better outcome, I would hope. I'm surprised it's only 79%, to be honest, but that seems like a reasonably significant number, to say the least. Then we have a look at portfolio companies that have yet to properly invest in digital transformation. And so, unsurprisingly to a lot of us out there, having worked in data for our entire careers, 65% of companies that transition from spreadsheets and old style ways of doing things experience above benchmark growth for the sector that they work in, the industry that they work in. And it's unsurprising, at the end of the day, you can make better business decisions, you can make better you're not relying on gut feel at the end of the day. You're making decisions that are then based in fact from the data to be able to then navigate your way through the market and get ahead of competitors. And so the nice thing about that, obviously, is that investment then pays off because 65% of companies see above benchmark growth in their industry, in their sector. And I think that's a cool underpinning of the importance of using data efficiently and effectively and making that investment, because obviously you want to be able to get to a point where the outcome from your perspective is better than all the competitors in your area, because that way your exit will become much more valuable, which then takes me on to the portfolio exit point of view. And so 72% of private equity execs lack the data and the KPIs to support the exit. And again, I felt like this was an interesting statistic because data is everywhere. There's, metrics and KPIs for almost everything today, but it's how you then leverage it to make decisions that is important. And if you're trying to navigate an exit and you're trying to get the most bang for your buck when it comes to a portfolio company exit, then making sure that you have the right metrics and KPIs, of course, is crucial, absolutely crucial to what you want to be able to do. And so the fact that such a large number of PE execs do not have access to that information, I find, to be honest, quite staggering. But this is where data transformation, digital transformation in the AI era is going to play a massive role, because it's not all about the AI. The AI is a nice wrapper that you stick on top, but all these companies, the data has always been there, but it's not been as accessible, it's not been as transparent, and you've never been able to move as quickly as you can today. And so many companies that I have spoken to or worked with over the course of the last couple of years are moving rapidly towards, digital transformation that allows for the organization to make much better and more educated data-centric decisions. And that's, crucial to every organization pretty much that's in existence today. And the portfolio companies are no exception to that. And by allowing them to make better decisions means a better exit, but it also means that you can time that exit more appropriately, because at the end of the day, everybody then has access to the data, the market data, the business data. You can make those better exit decisions. So I hope that makes sense. I hope those stats provided some insight as to, where the market is these days. And if you need to know more, if you're interested in how this affects private equity, feel free to reach out and I will happily have a conversation with you all. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. I know I'm outside and it's a bit noisy, but thank you very much for tuning in once again. My name is Tom. This has been the AI Briefing. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.